Major intersections and major transit corridors in this community.
Kozacic says the code violation will force the city to move the fence line back.
Because we have created an unsafe condition.
KGUN 9 News watched as people walked on the sidewalk, getting onto the main road. Some were kids. I reached out to Carlos De La Torre with the Tucson Code Enforcement Office. He says Tucson Department of Transportation is working with the fencing contractor. De La Torre says they're working on getting this fence pushed back at least 6 feet. This will allow pedestrians to be able to use this sidewalk. No word yet on when this fence will be moved back. Jennifer Martinez, KGUN 9 on your side.
Starting February 1st, officers can pull drivers over for using phones without hands-free equipment. Tonight, the Tucson City Council approved the hands-free ordinance in a 4-to-1 vote. The first citation is $50 and $100 for the second.
Tonight, a crash involved a school bus with 11 children on it. Luckily, no one was hurt. DPS tells us a car hit the rear of the Altar Valley school bus and became lodged underneath. It happened on westbound 86 at Silver Star Drive. The search for the remains of a missing Phoenix woman over and unsuccessful. Police say 280 officers examined more than 21,000 tons of landfill material in the search for Christine Mustafa. Daily teams of 32 officers and cadaver dogs also scoured the primary search areas for weeks. Mustafa was reported missing May 11th. Her ex-boyfriend awaits trial after pleading not guilty in June to first-degree murder.
A new skyscraper could sprout over Tucson's downtown very soon. Rio Nuevo, which oversees downtown development, is moving ahead with plans for a new office and retail tower on what is now a parking lot at Broadway and 6th Avenue. The tower could be as tall as 20 stories, making it the second tallest building in town. It should be open in about 2.5 years. If you are sick of the cold already, it's supposed to warm up. Here is Not in Your Side Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen.
Supposed to warm up. Sick of the cold. I tell you what, our winter visitors probably eating up these 60s. They're liking it. Yeah, we were cold again this morning, at least 30 degrees, sub-freezing for much of southern Arizona. But the difference that our temps made today over yesterday is that we were actually back to normal with our high of 66 versus the 60-degree high that we made it to yesterday. But yes, our morning low still 10 degrees below our average overnight low. Our next storm system isn't going to cool us off too much, but it is going to bring the wind back. We'll talk about that and the small dip in temps coming up.
Investigators continue to search for a motive in that deadly school shooting in Kentucky.
14 people shot, 2 of them killed after a 15-year-old turned a gun on classmates just this morning. ABC's Zachary Keish has the very latest from New York.
It's not fair.
Tuesday night, a community leaning on each other and their faith.
Lord, be with those who are in the midst of this tragic situation.
The morning starting with chaos.
We still have 5 in critical condition and 2 deceased.
2 15-year-old students were killed and 12 more shot.
I saw there was a lot of blood everywhere, and then people were getting shoved down, and so I just, I took off. I started running. I was scared for my life.
Just before 8 a.m., a male student with a handgun started shooting at other kids in a common area at this high school in southwestern Kentucky. Now, first-hand accounts from students.
We all started running towards a library office, and once we got in there, we just shut the lights off, sat down, locked the door.
A photographer from local station WPSD had just dropped off his daughter and shared live video of students escaping the scene.
I hit the ground, and after I heard the gunshot stop, I just got up and started sprinting.
7 minutes after 911 was called and less than 10 minutes after the first shot, first responders arrived. Students threw belongings, including cell phones, and ran for cover.
It just erupted. It just, people coming from everywhere.
The part that's bad is because you don't know. Is my child okay?
The shooter, a 15-year-old, was taken into custody and faces 2 counts of murder and numerous counts of attempted murder. Zachary Keish, ABC News, New York.
In Tucson, a hawk is on the loose.
And the Arizona-Sonora Desert Museum needs your help. Coming up, how the raptor flew away and the search to bring the bird back. You're watching KGUN 9 on your side. A Harris hawk is missing. The raptor flew away from the Arizona-Sonora Desert Museum last Friday.
Staff say they haven't been able to find it because its tracker fell off. 9 on your side's Ivan Rodriguez shows us how the community can help find the hawk.
After a Friday demonstration at the Arizona-Sonora Desert Museum, Micah, a Harris hawk like this one, took flight and didn't return.
He's very easy to get along with.
Amanda Timmerman is a raptor specialist with a flight demo. She says it's not unusual for the hawks to fly away.
Usually what happens is he comes back after a day, or we find him after a day and invite him home. You still have to invite them back. There's no way to make them do anything.
But so far, Micah the hawk hasn't returned, and staff say they have no idea where he could be.
Most of our birds wear a little telemetry unit, so it's really lightweight, doesn't bother them at all. It just clips onto a little clip on their tail feather.
But Micah's tracking unit fell off. Staff say the hawk can survive on its own and is comfortable around people. That's why they're asking for the community's help to bring him home.
Best way to help is if you see a Harris hawk around that's got a little gold band on, to call the museum or email us so we can get out there and look at him.
Raptor flight demos will continue, and staff remain hopeful Micah will return on his own. For more information on the hawk, visit our website. Ivan Rodriguez, KGUN 9, on your side.